Hi guys, and welcome to my hair channel. My name is Leonie Sian. So I'm basically just want to do an introduction video just to kind of give you an insight on what to expect from this channel. Okay, so I'm going to be posting videos about hair, how to take care of your hair, how to grow your hair, and also showing people like different styles. So I do braids, twists. I also love to do wash and goes, and right now my hair is it's quite dry. It needs to be washed. It's just got, this is like, I don't know how many days old worth of like gel. I just put a bit of water in it right now to kind of just revitalize it. But I will have videos on my channel or pictures and like shorts of some of them are quite old, of like my hair when it's curly, when it's straight, when it's wavy, when it's shrunk, when it's blown out, just to kind of show the diversity between afro hair and the fact that we can all have different textures, because there's like this 4A, 4B, 4C, 4 nonsense. I don't even know what category I fall in because my hair is so many different textures. Like right now I don't know what people would consider this as, but if I was to put loads of water and loads of gel in it, it would be like really silky or really wavy. And if I was to let it completely dry out, it would be like really frizzy, and have no curls, like hardly any curl pattern at all. So in terms of like what category I fall in, I don't really know. I don't really believe in the whole labeling as such, just because I feel like there are some people like myself who have several different hair textures, and I kind of feel like people get when you start to label things, people either want to force themselves into a box, or people judge people based on, do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just texture. It's either your hair is curly, it's more on the kinkier side, or the coily side, or the coarse side. I just look at it like that, the texture of the hair, rather than the kind of like putting like an actual label and saying, well, I'm part of this group or I'm part of that group. Because that kind of just feels like it creates segregation, and some people feel like their hair texture or their hair pattern is better than others. And that's why I like to kind of display my hair in so many different states. If you are somebody that is here from my tarot channel and you've watched me over the years, or you are here from my personal IG account from years ago when I used to do my hair videos, you'll see that I have so many different textures, and I've had my hair in a complete afro on my channel. I've had it short and curly. I've had it blown out. One thing you'll probably never see is me have my hair bone straight, just because I don't think it suits me. And I just don't like having like dead straight hair, but each to their own. Okay, but that's probably something that, I mean, maybe in the future if I ever buy like a really good straightener, but I just don't desire to have my hair like really dead straight. I used to do that when I was younger, and it's like, that's not something I want to do right now. Okay, so yeah, so on this channel, my next update video, I am going to be washing my hair. It's going to be I'm dyeing it back to black because when I've looked at old videos from the past, I really wanted to show you guys like my hair journey, but I had like 2 years worth of pictures of my hair in my phone that got completely erased. So a lot of the videos that I'm going to be like uploading to my shorts are probably like videos like from years ago, like over 6 years ago, that I found on my Instagram. So I can't necessarily show you the journey, but I can show you like times where my hair was at its healthiest, and you'll be able to see like the difference from then and now, and like me kind of getting back to that state. I find that my hair was at its healthiest when it was black. How I managed to grow my hair, like naturally my hair is actually like mid back length. So where my finger is right here, my hair is like about down here. That's like the longest part of my hair. My aim is to kind of get it like down here. But yeah, my hair I would say is about here, where my hand is. Okay. So again, I will show videos and pictures of my hair when it's short and curly, so you can explore on the channel. You'll see. But yeah, my hair is at that, my hair grew to that length basically by me doing wash and goes, not manipulating it in any type of way, just using a lot of moisture. Now the only difference is when I was doing because I committed to really looking after my hair. Again, this was years ago when I used to teach people about natural hair and stuff, and for like about 6 months I used no heat. And my hair's always been long, but my hair at its longest was like just past my shoulder. So my hair's like, you know, like I said, the back of my hair is at its longest point. And even my mom, like when my hair was at its longest, my mom even said to me like, how, you know, your hair's really growing. Like, how are you getting it to grow so much? Now, when my hair was in wash and goes and short and curly, I suffer from shrinkage. Like any of you guys who have bad shrinkage, you'll understand this. So when my hair was growing, I didn't actually know that it was growing really long, just because I was accustomed to kind of like wash and goes. Like I would just, you know, do my hair, make it curly and wet, and every couple of days I would keep doing that and just repeat the cycle and just keep moisturizing it and stuff. But I didn't dye my hair. Like I had the thing about dyeing my hair. Like right now it's kind of like, I don't know, I mean it's red, but it's washed out a lot, so it kind of looks like a gingery auburny color right now. But God, you should see my roots, guys. If you want to see my roots, go onto my other channel, or I probably have done a thumbnail picture of my hair blown out, so you'll see my roots. It's absolutely horrible right now. But yeah, I had a thing about dyeing my hair, and because I actually have quite a lot of gray hairs, so I would always dye my hair, like to go over the gray hairs, or because I just like the color red. So I would transition from red to black hair dye. But, you know, anyone who knows, when you use black hair dye, it's really hard to lift. So I would always have to dye my hair several times in order to lift the color, which would strip the natural nutrients of my hair. And my hair is like really dry. It doesn't retain moisture very well. So when I dye my hair, I'm always damaging it, but I know how to repair it. So 6 months, no dye. I mean, I think I went back to black, no dye. I didn't put any heat in or straightening it, because every time I braid my hair, which is a great form of protective styling, I always blow dry and, like, you know, go over it with a straightener to elongate it before I put braids or twists in, and so that it kind of like matches the hair texture. So I didn't braid or twist my hair. I was just committed to just wash and goes. I would wrap my hair like how it is now sometimes, to avoid like playing with it or manipulating it, and also as a form of protection. But that's it. I don't wear lace wigs or weaves. I kind of just am really against those things. But again, if you're one of those people and you do that, that's, you know, but they cause more damage than they do good. So if I want to protect my hair, I would just put a head wrap on. But that's all I done for 6 months. And then I decided to do a length check. And when I blew out my hair, I remember I was blow drying it, and the blow dry just kept going, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. And I was like, wow, this really works. So all I needed to do was just put moisture in my hair. Literally just like oils, waters, and gels. That's all I needed to do, and just leave it. So when I realized that that was the secret, because, you know, sometimes you watch these videos and you just want a miracle cure. You just want to know, like, how do I get my hair like this? How do I get my hair? How do I grow it? Basically that's all it is. It's just nurturing your hair, looking after it, and also not seeing your hair as a burden. A lot of people, you know, we've been conditioned to hate our hair and to kind of feel like it's unmanageable and undesirable, but our hair is something to be treasured. It carries wisdom. It's a representation of a crown and our connection to our ancestors. So I feel like in order to appreciate your hair, you have to look at it from a more spiritual perspective rather than a superficial perspective, rather than just trying to make it look pretty into a nice style and to be attractive, but look at it more as something that is precious, something that is there to kind of be respected. You know, if you think about the story, you know, Samson and Delilah or whatnot, the power is within your hair. That's where your strength is. And a lot of African tribes, you know, because there's this whole perception that people with a certain hair texture, especially the more coarse and kinky it is, can't retain length. But, you know, people from Kenya, you know, the Chad people, people in loads of different African tribes, you'll see that their hair is like, you know, down here, you know, past their bum, reaching their bum, like longer than any white person or European hairs I've seen, because they see their hair as like an honor, and they treat it with respect, and they coat their hair with like products, natural nutrients and products that they get from like earth. I think some of them put like cow fat or butter or something in their hair, depending on what tribe you're looking at. If you're looking at, people from Sudan, Ethiopia, or whatnot. But you see that they have long hair because they put certain things in it to help it to grow, and they leave it on there and they don't really manipulate. And even if you see a lot of those tribes, some of them put this like red stuff on their hair. Of course, most people in, this Western world would not walk around with that type of stuff in their hair because they feel like being prejudged, or people are going to be like, oh, what's in your hair? But that is the secret. And again, because they look at their hair as like a sacred symbol, it's not like to impress other people, even though in their tribes, when they see that, they'll see that it's beautiful. Like I was watching I think it's the Wasi tribe. I can't remember the name of the tribe, to be honest with you, but I was watching a tribe the other day, and it was custom for the men to actually grow their hair and the women to keep their hair short. And the men would grow their hair all the way down to the middle of their back, and they would have like these really, really thin, tiny braids that they would do like with this technique. And then when they got to a certain age, they would have to cut their hair off and then get married. So they, but it was like tradition, but and these people were like really, 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 really dark African features, but their hair is so long. So it's a myth that as a black person, you can't grow your hair. I've grown my hair past a length in which I thought could ever be possible, and I'm going to continue to grow it. But I also know that in order for me to retain length, I need to put in the work that I used to put in my hair before shit happened in life, and I kind of neglected it, and I stopped the hair journey process, and I was happy with the length that I had. But now I think I want my hair to be longer, and most importantly, it's not even about my hair being long, it's about my hair being healthy. And I think that is the main importance here when it comes to your hair. It's about the health of your hair. The less you do to it in terms of like manipulation and styling, the more healthier it's going to be. And the secret to everything, like I said, is moisture. So that's through deep conditioning. And again, time, like, when they say wash day, it's because it takes a day in order to cater to your hair. And so, when you love something, you put time and attention and effort into it. If you think about people who are in relationships, they're always doing the most for their partners, or they're always doing the most to try and get attention, or whatever it is that you are passionate about, you'll find that that's where you put a lot of your energy into. So I feel like people who don't, the condition of their hair is not that great. It's because they're not in love with their hair. So you need to be in love with your hair. You need to be in love with self. And I always, promote independent research. Don't just go by what I'm saying or what another naturalista is saying. Do your own independent research. Even with me, my hair's always been naturally curly, but it never used to stay curly. So I just kind of looked at it as kind of like, from a logical perspective and a scientific perspective, like, how do I retain my curl pattern? Rather than me thinking, how do I make my hair curly, which is one of the questions I get a lot from people, which really is annoying. It's like, how did you make your hair curly? How did you get it curly? As if to say that it's not a natural thing. Rather than saying like, what products do you use? Or how did you retain your curl pattern? Or your curl pattern is really nice. Can you tell me like the process? It would just be like, well, how did you get your hair like that? Your hair's so curly. Like, how did you, manage that? Like the way people say, I can tell they don't believe that it's a real thing. I mean, right now you can tell it's real because it's quite, frizzy. But when my hair is like really silky, people always think that it's fake, or I've done all this, like, how people will do those, they use like curling rods and all types of things. I don't have time for that. Braid outs never come out the way I want it to. I always watch videos of people doing beautiful braid outs. I've got the length and the hair in order to achieve a good braid out, yet it never comes to pass. So I just prefer natural curls, and less manipulation, because I'm just happy with this texture. But it took me a long time to even recognize how to retain this texture, but that was through deep, in-depth research. And I feel like when you're typing things in the internet as well, you kind of got to be really specific about what it is that you're asking about. So for example, like I would say, my hair is naturally curly, yet it frizzes out. How do I retain the curl definition? Or how to keep curly hair without the frizz? Like, you have to be quite specific in your questioning, and it will take you to the right information. Also, again, like, what is the best for moisture? Like, look at natural things that you can put in your hair that help stimulate hair growth and also retains moisture, because curls display themselves through moisture. That's why a lot of the times when you put water in your hair, it goes curly because it's being moisturized, but then obviously your hair dries out. So then that would indicate that you need to use moisturizing products in order to retain the moisture within your hair, which will then retain the curl pattern. And then obviously gel, you know, everybody knows that gel kind of like its whole objective is to hold things in place. So if you have curly hair, that's why I use gel, because when I put the gel on my hair, it holds the curls in. My hair also, like I said, dries out really quickly, so I have to kind of like put gel in it every couple of days. Like some people, they just put gel in their hair once and it's curly, and then they let their hair dry out, and then each day it becomes bigger and thicker and more natural. I'm kind of like the opposite. Like I'll put gel in my hair and then I'll have to put it in buns to retain the moisture, and then like I might, you know, let the gel dry out a bit and just put water in it so that not to kind of put too much product and get residue, and then kind of like repeat the process. So again, your hair is different from everybody's, which is why I was saying before, I can't put my curl pattern in a specific group, just because you know, I can watch someone that's got a similar, if not exactly the same curl texture as me, as what I would think is like the same curl pattern as me, but then the process that she goes through, I'll do it and it doesn't work for me. Do you know what I mean? Because everybody, like, you know, you have low porosity hair, high porosity hair, regardless of what your texture is, everybody's hair is unique to the things that it is receptive to. So some people like olive oil, some people like argan oil, some people agree with coconut oil. You know what I mean? I find that coconut oil is actually quite drying for my hair. Every like black person is always, you know, talking about coconut and coconut oil, but coconut oil doesn't do the same for me that it does for everybody else. But argan oil, my hair loves argan oil products. Even when it comes to Eco Styler gel, I use Eco Styler argan oil. I've tried majority of the Eco Styler gels and none of them do for me what the Eco Styler one does. Because there's just something about the property of argan oil. I like honey, so I buy honey infused products. So it's all about knowing what your hair actually likes rather than what the craze is or what everybody else is doing, because you just find that you just spend loads of money on all of these products and it's not actually doing anything to your hair, if not clogging up all your pores and just, do you know what I mean? Then your hair kind of gets stressed out and it just gets confused. So you need to find something that works for you. Now, again, you're not going to be able to find anything that works for you unless you don't go through that product junkie phase. So it's like that trial and error. But once you find something that your hair really likes, then just stick with that product, stick with that, and just keep maintaining that, because everything is about maintenance and discipline, and you are sure to see results. Okay, so that's what this channel is basically going to be about. Now, in my videos as well, I'm not going to be one of those people where like, this is a long video because I have a lot to say in this introduction. But in my videos that I'm going to be uploading, I'm not going to be doing those long edited videos, because I just kind of want to be as authentic and raw as I possibly can be. And just because, you know, the way that my house and everything is set up, I just can't do certain things in a certain type of way. Like I can't put my phone in my bathroom and like wash my hair and show you guys doing that. Like, it's not, my bathroom and everything is just not set up that way for me to be able to do that. So I'll be washing my hair, telling you what products I've used, and then leaving a section of my hair out that has not been manipulated or touched, and then doing that, just, you know, putting gel on it or a product on it so that you can see straight away what it is I'm doing and you can see the transition. And then that way it will be closer to the finished result, rather than you having to watch like a 20-minute video of the whole process of someone doing all of that stuff. And a lot of it is edited anyway, so when it's edited, you don't know if they've added something else to make it like that. Because, you know, sometimes you'll watch somebody do something and then you'll buy the same product and you're just like, well, I know my hair is like really similar to hers. And even like I was saying, sometimes, you know, our hair reacts to things differently. But if the person is using a product that has ingredients in which I know my hair loves, and I use it and it wasn't sliding the way it was sliding on her strands, sometimes I have to think, and it was so like severely edited, like being a graphic designer and like an artist, I can recognize when things have really been edited. So I'll be like, you know, how do I know the time when it was edited she didn't put something else on it? And do you know what I mean? Because something is not adding up. So with my channel, I'm not going to be doing too much editing, if not any. I'm just going to be doing my hair off of the camera and then leaving a portion for you guys to see. And like even with braiding, I'm probably going to braid all of my hair and then leave a section that I haven't braided and just braid it on the camera so that you can see how I did it and how I got to that result. And I think it's just going to be a quicker and easier way for people to be able to learn how to do things without all the extra faff. So yeah, so if you're interested in like learning about your hair or even wanting to know what I put in my hair, because I get a lot of questions about my hair on my tarot channel. So I thought I would just, you know, finally make a video about, you know, hair. I was going to do it a very long time ago, but when all my videos and my hair journey got deleted, I was like, I was like, no one's going to listen to me. But luckily I do have videos and pictures of my hair from like different points of my life and different times of the year. Some are recent that I took like the other day, a couple months ago. Some are like from years ago, but I've got something to work with and to show you guys so that you know the state of my hair, because obviously right now my hair is covered, so you don't really know what is going on. So the freshly updated video I'm going to do is when I wash my hair, go back to black and transition it from frizzy to curly. So for those who are always asking me what I use in my hair, I can show you. When I say I just use water and gel, it's literally just water and gel. And then, you know, when I blow my hair out and show you the difference between length and texture and shrinkage, and also in terms of like growing my hair, we'll, you know, see the journey together and see how much it is growing. I'll do like length checks. I need to get one of those t-shirts where it has the length check thing at the back. So I will do all of that. But it's going to be a process. I manage other channels and I also have my own online business where I do, you can see my art in the background. I sell different Afro art products. I also, you know, like make my own oracle decks. I have a tarot deck as well, but I do loads of other different things as well outside of YouTube. I also do many different things and work different places. So, you know, I'm going to try to be consistent just because I want to be consistent with my hair and the health of my hair and the journey of my hair. But I do have other things. So, you know, I will post what it is that I can. But like I said, in order for people to have something to kind of look at, I will start to post a little bit of content on this channel, just so that you can see. But all I wanted to I kind of just want to change the narrative on the way that people view black textured hair. It's a very beautiful thing. It's something to be honored and it's something to be treasured. And people really need more information about their hair. And the way that you're going to get more information is by doing your own in-depth research, getting books, really studying your hair, studying yourself, and also falling in love with your natural crown. Because that's where true growth comes from, is love and nurturing, maintenance, and patience. And like I said, not looking at your hair as a burden, but as power and as strength. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me on my channel. I'm just gonna say welcome to my hair channel right now because I haven't actually thought of a name at the moment. I think it's just called Leonie Cian because that was what the name of, you know, this channel was originally. I will think of something clever and change it, but right now it's just going to be Leonie because that's who I am. Okay, bye.